Welcome back to the Demon Slayer Gaming Channel. We're going to be continuing our Final Fantasy XIV Dungeon Guide series. Today we're going to be taking a look at one of the dungeons updated in patch 6.2, the Aery. In this dungeon, the second and third boss were modified a little bit, so that's where we'll highly be focusing on as we go through here. Starting off with the trash pools in the beginning area, you'll only be able to go in 2-pack groups, as there will be walls dividing up each area that you won't be able to proceed until all the ads are dead. Several of the ads are going to have AoEs that they're going to throw at you, most of which are going to be cone AoEs, so just try to keep them facing away from the rest of your groups. You're the only one having to dodge them. There will be a few circular AoEs though that will be coming from outside of the area. They're not actually cast by any of the ads, so you'll just have to watch out for these as you proceed through the whole area. After the second group is dead and you go past the second barrier, you'll proceed up to the first boss. Rangda has a frontal cone AoE, so you'll want to make sure that he's facing away from the rest of the group so that no one else is getting cleaved by this. When he moves to the center of the platform and begins casting Electric Cachexia, then you'll want to move as close to him as you can, as he'll do a donut AoE around himself, damaging everyone who's not within melee range. After this, you'll want to spread out, as Electrocution is going to do 3 line AoEs at random party members. This does a moderate amount of damage and a knockback. He'll follow it up with another Electric Cachexia, so you'll need to move into his melee range as quick as possible. When he casts Ionospheric Charge, this is going to cause him to mark one party member with Prey. That party member will want to drag it towards one of the pillars on the outside of the platform to pass it to the pillar so that it will get hit by the large AoE. At the same time, there will be circular AoEs spawning all around the platform that you'll need to just move out of, along with an ad that will appear that you'll need to pick up and burn down. After this, he'll do several cone AoEs in front of him before doing another Ionospheric Charge, marking another party member with Prey. Moving towards the next area, as you proceed through here, the dragons are no longer asleep, so you can no longer skip them. So as you proceed through, you'll have to pick up all of the red dragons along with the broodlings, but you can still go ahead and proceed and take all of them at once. They don't do a considerable amount of damage. As you move through here though, there will be a dragon on the outside that will be breathing lightning onto the platform. Once you get to the final platform, then he'll land and you'll need to pick him up also. Now in here there's going to be a plethora of circular AoEs and cone AoEs So you just want to make sure that you're moving out of all of these to help the healer keep everyone alive. Try and keep them faced away from your rest of your group as much as possible so that you're the one having to dodge most of the things, whereas the rest of your group can just kill everything. This is going to lead you to the second boss. This one has been completely changed, so we'll try and go through all the mechanics here. Proximity Pyre is going to do a circular AoE around the boss, so you'll just want to move away from this. When he moves into the center of the platform and casts Inflammable Fumes, this is going to cause a couple smoke clouds to begin rotating around the platform. You'll just want to keep an eye out for these, as whenever he casts his flame AoE afterwards, it's going to set all of these flame, causing AoEs wherever they are also. Deafening Bellow is going to do party-wide damage and will just need to be healed through. He'll then do another Inflammable Fumes and then cast Ashen Ouroboros. This is going to do a donut AoE around the boss that will also set off the circular AoEs from the fumes, so just make sure you're positioning yourself accordingly. Afterwards, he'll do another Proximity Pyre, so you'll want to move away from him before doing a Body Slam, which you'll want to get as close to him as possible to avoid being knocked into the outside of the platform. You can use knockback prevention to avoid this. Crippling Blow is his Tank Buster. You just want to mitigate this accordingly. You just want to mitigate this as well as you can to help the healer out some. The next Inflammable Fumes will be followed by a Proximity Pyre, so you just want to move away from all of these. And then this will be followed up by another Deafening Bellow for party-wide damage. Moving into the final area for the trash pools, again just keep them facing away from the rest of the group to avoid the cone AoEs. Moving to the next area, the Dire Sore is like the previous units that you've encountered of his unit type. You'll just want to watch for which animations he is doing and then readjust yourself accordingly, as there is no markers for any of his AoEs. When you reach the final platform, there will be multiple sets of ads that you'll have to pick up. Just grab them as they spawn and then AoE them down. And this will bring you to the final boss. Now for Nidhogg, when you pick him up, of course you'll want to face him away from the rest of the group, because like all dragons, he has a frontal cone AoE that you don't want to cleave the rest of the group with. Deafening Bellow is going to do party-wide damage and will just need to be healed through. When he moves to the center and begins casting Hot Tail, this will cause an AoE in front of him and behind him, so you'll want to move on to his sides. He'll then follow it up with Hot Wing, which is going to do an AoE under both of his wings, so you'll want to move directly in front or behind him. Afterwards, he'll summon 2 circular AoEs onto the platform that you'll want to move out of. He'll then fly away and mark all party members with a circular AoE around them, while also picking one side of the platform to launch a line AoE across the platform. So you'll just want to spread out and avoid these. He'll then land back onto the platform and cast the Sable Price. This is going to mark one party member and put them up in an AoE. The Sable Price will begin casting the Sable Weave. It will need to be destroyed before this cast finishes, otherwise that party member will instantly be killed. He'll then follow up with Scarlet Price, which is going to be his Tank Buster ability. After this, he'll again fly away from the platform, this time summoning multiple adds that will just need to be picked up and AoE down. While these adds are alive, he'll begin to build Rancor, that his ultimate ability after the adds are dead will do increased damage based on how much Rancor he has. When he lands, he'll then do another set of circular AoEs on the ground, along with either a Hot Wing or Hot Tail, so you'll need to adjust according to which AoE he's doing. He'll also mark all party members with a circular AoE, so you'll want to spread out. Before casting Horrid Blaze, which is going to do one party member with a group up mechanic that you'll want to group to split the damage for. He'll then do another Hot Tail or Hot Wing, so you'll need to adjust accordingly. Before following up with another Deafening Bellow for party-wide damage. And this should be it for the updated version of the Aery. I hope this helped everyone out. If it did, please make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and I'll catch you on the next one.